Sevilla Football Club, a giant in European football in some sense. The holders of the highest number of UEFA Europa Leagues, being 7, have recently found themselves in a rather precarious situation in the world of football. So we get the new signings into the team and moved on to the next game against Deportivo Alaves, where Dragusin and Poulsen made their debuts in. Early stages in the game, and Deportivo are looking to start quickly here, but good hands from Dimitrovic as he looks to distribute the ball and does well to find Campos, looking to make something happen but is dispossessed. That doesn't stop the team as Poulsen and En-Nesyri initiate the press here, and a good interception from En-Nesyri puts him in a good position, giving us a good opportunity to go in front, and we do as he takes it well to make it 1-0. Not even a minute after the goal, and Poulsen is already initiating a press as he forces a mistake from the Deportivo player, and Lamela does well to get away from his marker, keeps the ball, and it's a really good run from him as he finds Navas, who wastes no time to find Poulsen. One touch and he hits that with true conviction to get his debut goal and double our lead in this match, and he's looking like a really good player at the moment. We got our goals pretty early on in the match, which gave Deportivo a lot of time to come back. We did well defensively to hold them off as Dimitrovic looks to start off another counter for us 30 minutes into the game, and he finds Ocampos, who couldn't keep the ball, but Poulsen is there to help as Ocampos makes a run down the wing, and this time around does well to get away from his marker to keep the ball. Sees En-Nesyri as an option, tries to find him but is blocked, but not out of danger as he goes on to find Poulsen, and he makes it a debut double and gives us a 3-goal lead in the match. Not a lot of action in the first half after that goal, but Deportivo did go for it in the second half with some decent chances, but again we were solid defensively, and in the closing stages of the game we hit them on another counter here with substitute Luca Bacchio doing well, making a pass and move attempt with Goodell, who slightly overhit the pass, but Luca Bacchio does well to make it, and quick feet gets away from the defender, puts the ball into the box, finds En-Nesyri, and what a well-worked goal and amazing efforts from Luca Bacchio as we get 3 important points here. So I recall talking about budgets and how Sevilla is in financial crisis, so we'll have to replicate that and spend what we make from player sales, competitions, and some of what the board allocates to transfer budget. So we got some sales out of the way, with the Mayor gone for 25 million, Januzaj gone for 8 mil, Bueno as well for 1.2 mil, and Juan Luis Sanchez for 1.7 mil, Hormigo for 575k, and Kike Salas for 1.3 million. We had some money, not for this transfer window, but for the summer, where we would have to make significant changes to the squad. So we went on to face Girona next, and we were looking pretty good from the onset in this match, getting the first goal early from En-Nesyri, and we kept probing to add on to our advantage, but we weren't able to add the finishing touch in the final third of the field. Into the second half, Girona came in prepared because 10 minutes into the half, a mistake from Goodell puts Stuani in a really good position to hit a bicycle kick to level the game for them. We didn't create that many chances in the half, or more like Girona didn't allow us to, as they go on the attack here with a ball to Zigangov, who does well to get away from Acuna and puts a really early cross in, which catches Ramos off in a bad position as he leaves Stuani unmarked, and he makes it a double for Girona and puts them in front. Closing stages in the game, and substitute and new signing Quinones, looking to make an impact on his debut, makes a really good and convincing run here. The crowd are up, he's in a splendid position, and he lacks the finishing touch as well as the game wraps up in a disappointing loss for the team. After getting past Atletico Madrid in the cup, we went on to face second division side Valladolid in the competition, and this match, for a lack of better words, was just an absolute smacking. From the usual suspect of En-Nesyri getting the brace to Luca Bacchio getting himself on the score sheet as well, we looked good going into the second half, and we tried not to be overconfident, but with the fourth goal going in from Afenajan, it didn't seem like a way back for Valladolid. Quinones came into the field, and to add some insult to injury, he made it 5. Recklessness and, to be honest, understandable frustration led to a bad tackle and a sending off for the second division side, and Quinones went on to put the final nail in the coffin and get his brace to make it 6-0, and it was a convincing victory for us as we progressed to the next round. We carried on to face Osasuna in the league, and this game went from bad to worse very quickly as we conceded first early on in the match due to some defensive errors. We went on to concede the second in the match due to some defensive errors, and then the third goal went in, and I had it with the defensive mistake that Goodell seemed to be at the center of for 2 of the goals, so he had to go off, and also En-Nesyri got injured, which I didn't even know about, so he had to go as well. We did well to get a goal back from Ocampos, who made a really good run and hit it well to make it 3-1. Into the second half, and we had some really solid opportunities to cut into the advantage, but we fluffed our lines on all those occasions, and Ocampos Ocampos had to come in and try and save us, as he did well to get away from the defenders to put it in. But it wasn't enough, and it was 2 league losses in a row. We got the information about En-Nesyri's injury, and it was bad. 3 months out, as well as Acuna, who got injured in the closing stages of the match. 2 big players for us, out for a large part of the rest of the season. We had to go through with it though, because we had the mighty Los Blancos in the cup quarterfinal to face. Now this match, is fair to say, was pandemonium from the very offset. 6 minutes into the game and we were already on the counter with Luka Bacchio running down the wing with Ocampos in support, and a lovely ball through to Ocampos. He's one-on-one with Courtois here, and he puts us in front, and with our form at the moment, that is a big goal for the team. You would think Madrid would go after us to equalize, but 3 minutes after that goal, Afena finds himself in a good position to make it 2, but it's a good save from Courtois. We defended for what seemed like eternity, but was in fact only the first quarter of the game, but we got a good opportunity here from a mistake from Camavinga that Luka Bacchio uses to find Jordan, who plays a lovely pass to Afena running through on goal, going past the defenders 1v1, and he comes out on top and doubles our lead. This was one of those matches where you know you're not supposed to get anything out of, but Lady Luck is just on your side because it's just chance after chance for Real Madrid, but we do well defensively to hold them off, and some way somehow we see the game through and knock out another massive team and move on to the semi-finals. Our tragic league form continues as we go on to drop more points, and we drop down to 17th, and it's not looking like we're going to keep the job. Our only hope now would be to win the Spanish Cup, which would be really big for us given the season we're having, and it would also put us in Europe, which would be crucial for us as well. But we'll have to focus on the semi-final first leg at hand here, as Levante go in front in the closing stages of the first half. It's end-to-end action for both teams throughout the entire game, not wanting to take a 1-goal deficit into the second leg. We fight to get a goal back, but we don't do enough, and it's a first leg loss for us. We go on to face the other side of Madrid and Atletico, and they would be looking for a revenge after getting knocked out in the Spanish Cup. Or so I thought, because we went on to open the scoring halfway through the first half with Poulsen. They did go on to get the equalizer in the closing stages, but from there on it didn't seem like they were in it to win it, because although they had good chances, they didn't seem to take them well. We on the other hand went on to put ourselves back in front, and it was just one counter after the other as we continued to get opportunities and take them, and we ended up handing out a beating, and we had gotten a second win over Atletico Madrid. We carried the momentum from that match to scrape a narrow 1-0 win over Valencia, and it was looking good for us in the league, but we hit a stopgap in Real Madrid. Now I'm not going to lie, I went into this game very confident after the way we played against them in the cup, and most recently how we played against Atletico, but I was given a grim reality check here that I still had a lot to do, because it was just chance after chance for Real, and it was an absolute beating for us. 3 goals in the first half really said a lot about the game, as they went on to seal the deal to make it 4. Nice consolation came in a goal from Lamela, but it was nothing more, and it was a disheartening loss. But we had to keep our heads up because we had a crucial cup game in the second leg against Levante. This match didn't start well for us because Levante were just all over us, having a lot of chances in the early stages of the match, and we did well to keep the scores level, but they added to your 1-goal advantage and made it 2 on aggregate. I didn't notice how good Levante actually were because this was a tough match and they were relentless. We made some changes in the second half with Luka Bacchio coming in for Ocampos, which was a bit risky, but Ocampos was fatigued from the Madrid match, but it did prove to be useful as Luka Bacchio gets on the rebound to give us a fighting chance in this game. Closing stages of the match and Levante being more defensive as we get more chances as they try to see out the game here. A switch of play from Jibril Sow finding Dragusin, who goes on to find Quinones, gets away from his marker to put the ball in the danger area, and it's Poulsen who goes on to level the game for us. It's a big goal for us, and it's anyone's game now. Latter stages of the game, and it's Quinones again in a really good position with an opportunity to bask in glory, but he doesn't hit it well. But we've still done enough to go through because apparently there is away goals in the cup game, which I didn't even know at the time, but I guess the players' reaction should have said it all, and we go through to the finals. We went on to have a pretty mixed bag of results on our way to the final, but as I said earlier, we were more focused on the cup because there were more benefits to winning it. We ended up losing our main man in front, Poulsen, to another 3 months injury, further extending our list of massive injuries including Acuna, Navas, Suso, Pedrosa, and En-Nesyri. So heading Heading into this final, there was a very different lineup brought out, and although it was a new thing for most of the players, I still had faith in them. We were finally here, an opportunity to make something out of the dreadful season the team is having, and more importantly, keeping my job. We got all the pleasantries out of the way, and 10 minutes into the game, we get a goal scare as Athletic Bilbao hits the crossbar from a free kick. We do get a really good counter from that though, as Jordan threads the ball through to find a Finejan, who is in a really good position 1v1, and he forces a save from the keeper. We get a set piece of our own, and although we do not have towering players in the team at the moment, captain and club legend Sergio Ramos delivers in a very crucial game as he puts us in front. Jordan, playing really well so far, wins the ball for us, and we are in another dangerous counter position here as he initiates the attack in a fine ball to find a Finejan, and he gets away from the defender, does well to control the ball, goes for the far post shot, but it comes off the crossbar as we go into the second half with a really good advantage. Deep into the second half, and Bilbao on the attack here, and it's Inaki Williams speeding away from Ramos. He gets a shot off, but it's a massive save from Dimitrovic. Ball still in the danger area, and Williams with another chance, but it's a save, and the referee blows the whistle and points to the spot in one of the most controversial penalties I have ever seen. We can't really do much about it as the penalty is about to be taken. Dimitrovic guesses right, but it still goes in, and the game is now level. We don't let that act of injustice bother us though, as we go on and hit them on the counter, and Ocampos does well to find a Finejan, who has just been probing at the Bilbao defense. He speeds past his marker, gets himself in a good position 1v1 against the keeper, and finally he gets the goal he's been looking for, and we wipe away that act of injustice on the team, and the spirits are high after that. Bilbao don't give up though, as they still go and look for an equalizer, and they get a really good opportunity here with a ball from the keeper to find Nico Williams, and the two brothers are running towards my defense, and we really don't have the speed to take the ball from Nico as he weaves away through the defense and finds his brother, who levels the game in the closing stages. Both teams determined not to take the game to extra times or penalties, try to get something as Bilbao in a really good position go for it, but it's a good and important save from Dimitrovic. We stop another Bilbao attack with a good tackle from Rakitic, and we are on the counter now as Finejan plays a beautiful ball through to Quinones as he runs through on goal. No one able to keep up with him. He has Luca Bacchio in the box, and he lays it off, and it's in. We go ahead, and the fans are absolutely loving it, and with 2 minutes to go, it looks like it's gonna be ours. The game continues as Bilbao try to get something from this, but Gibril So is not having it as he defends his post valiantly till the end, and the referee blows the whistle, and it's all over. We are the winners of the Spanish Cup, and what a big achievement for us given the season we are having, and what a resilient bunch of players we have at the moment.